What up, people? The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is a Friday, a feel-good Friday, a feel-good summer Friday, the 20th of June, 2025. And we're about to recap, tweet cap, and have a productive conversation on what took place in this week. And there's a lot to get to. And before we do all of that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X and Twitter at ProdConvoPod. We're on TikTok at Productive Conversations and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, check out our presenting sponsor. Whether it's a green tea shot that will boost your morale, get you more focused, and make you feel good about yourself through its signature matchas, nootropics, and vitamins, or it's a sleep aid shot that will make you sleep like a baby on a cloud. Go to Magic Mind and check out the amazing products they have to improve your life altogether. Go to magicmind.com/PCJUNE. That's PC June for 48% off your first subscription or 20% off your first one-time purchase. You could also check out the episode description below for those links. But I promise you, and I encourage you to check out the great products Magic Mind has to offer. I've been using Magic Mind for a long time, and look at the smile on my face that Magic Mind helps provide. So go to magicmind.com/JPCJUNE PC June for 48% of your first subscription or 20% of your first one-time purchase. And as always, Magic Mind, reclaim your brain. It's Ryan and Jose in the podcasting world with me today to discuss what happened in this world of ours that keeps getting nuts, more nuts as it goes. What's up, everybody?
How's it going, Matt? Happy to be back.
How's it going, fellas?
Pretty
Great,
good, Jose.
great to see you guys. Ryan in a perfect setup now, a perfect podcast setup, but Ryan's transitioning for his new home, and we congratulate him here on Productive Conversations.
That's right.
Jose's wherever the hell Jose is. I'm sure you're safe where you're at. And I'm out here in this comfortable basement of
That's
mine.
true.
Fun fact, this is true. You know what happened 50 years ago today, June 20th, 1975?
No, what?
Jaws premiered to the whole world. And movies changed forever. 50 years ago to on this very day. Literally probably was a Friday too. 1975. And the world never changed.
I bet you it was, because, when the movies came out, they wanted the kids to go see the late night movies.
Yeah, look at that. And by the way, I said then the world has been crazier ever since. I said the world never changed. It did change that day. And it keeps changing all over the place. And we do have to start the podcast on a somber note. Because who would have thought when Jaws debuted 50 years ago today that in 50 years, 5 decades, the United States could possibly enter a new major military conflict. So if you did not hear the news or know what's going on, it was June 13th, a week ago, Israel launched a major air campaign against Iran, Operation Raising Lion, against over 100 Iranian military and nuclear facilities, aided by Mossad drone strikes deep inside Iran. Iran responded with a large-scale missile and drone barrage across Israel, targeting military and civil sites, including some hospitals and refineries. I mean, it's bad, and there's been many casualties. The United States, their part in this, President Trump has announced this week that he'll make a decision within 2 weeks about whether the United States will enter the conflict alongside Israel. For that team up, huh? He simultaneously pressed for diplomacy. Let's pronounce it diplomacy. Yeah, like diplomat. Yes.
Diplomacy. Yep.
Yep. He's simultaneously pressing for diplomacy, open to negotiations by pushing Iran to halt uranium enrichment. Internally in the United States, views are mixed. Hawks in the administration lean towards strikes, including targeting Fordo, while others caution the regime change that could lead to backfire, comparing post-Libya chaos. The United States is bolstering military posture in the region, deploying defense assets and repositioning air assets to guard American forces. At this time, Iran's stance and warnings, there's the Supreme Leader, Khamenei? Okay, anyways, Iran's Supreme Leader has firmly...
Ayatollah I think it's Khamenei, yeah.
Okay, well, the Supreme Leader of Iran has firmly rejected calls of surrender, warning United States involvement will lead to, quote, irreparable consequences for America. Iran's Revolutionary Guards issued stark warnings that any U.S. engagement would escalate into a, quote, all-out war. Bottom line, though, the United States at this time, when we are recording here on a Thursday night and releasing it on a Wednesday evening, very early Wednesday morning, the United States military has not intervened yet, but it is building options and fortifying defenses in the Middle East. President Trump, again, is, quote, using a 2-week window to decide on whether or not the United States military will be involved with this. He's keen to avoid, but he hasn't ruled it out. And behind the scenes, diplomacy is still active between United States and Iran. Envoys are in contact, and European-led talks happening in Geneva. And what to watch for in these next few days, whether Trump approves the strikes, when will he approve the strikes? The diplomatic progress in Geneva, possibly negotiating breakthroughs. And the third one is military responses for the Iranian or Israeli retaliation, especially if the United States enters the war. All this info thanks to the Associated Press. All right, a lot to dive in. Long story short, Israel and Iran have beef, major beef, and they're striking each other. And the United States is an ally to Israel. And the fact of the matter is, will the United States team up with Israel to join the fight, creating a brand new war? And will this lead to other major issues? As we know, Iran's allegiance with Russia and China, and all this hullabaloo. Lots going on, but in all seriousness, at least my take on it is to continue to live your life. I understand it's scary. I understand social media is not a calming place, especially in a time like this, especially particularly this Thursday. And I know so many things can be said, but just remember, you're a person, got people who love you, and just keep living your life. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. Hopefully we don't. Even if we like or dislike those in charge, they are in charge. They do have some what's the word I'm looking for? Experience, training. They know what they're doing. At least trust that. You don't have to trust it either, but just know this is where you watch your Netflix, your sports, you hang out with your friends and family. And again, I know other people will interpret all this different than me, but I just know I have a great support system in my life. I got a job. I got 2 jobs. I'd hope to get a better job, but we'll keep going to work. I got this amazing platform. I got great friends like Ryan and Jose on and off the mic. And yeah, I know, again, lots going on. I can understand the fear, but we have been through this before. We've been through this in recent times, the idea of the United States in a military conflict. And it's gonna be all right, one way or the other. I hope you believe me. If you don't believe me, whatever. But history has shown that, we can do this in this country of ours. That we can at least figure out how to go through a positive conclusion. So those are my words on that. I'll open the floor to Ryan and Jose. If they have anything to add, we'd love to hear it, and we respect what they got to say. And yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, we should say that Matt is correct in the part where he says, if you're sitting at, here in the United States tonight listening to us, or the morning listening to us, whenever you're listening to us, There is quite literally nothing that you can do about this. The
Mhm.
decision is 2 weeks away. You will not be consulted. We will have to deal with whatever happens when it happens, to Matt's point. So worrying yourself sick over it is probably not the smartest thing you could do for your like mental health or whatever, right? So I agree with that wholeheartedly. I do disagree with the idea that the people in charge are going to do the right thing. Because the right thing there, I believe there's a right thing, and it's stay out of it.
Mhm.
This is not our fight. This is not our problem. I know there's people who
Amen.
disagree. I think a nuclear Iran is a bad deal. I think those people are crazy, but whatever. There's nothing you can do about it now. I will say I wouldn't take Iran lightly. Not necessarily because they can do anything to the United States or Western allies, but, over the past however many years, Iran has been caught sending money to Al Qaeda, the Taliban, the Kurds, the Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah. Literally, name a terrorist organization. Iran has pretty much always sent them money and sent them weapons. So the idea that they can't hit us as civilians is false, factually false. Doesn't mean they will. Also, if we don't attack them, I know they won't. So quickest way to avoid that possibility is we let Israel and Iran figure out what they're going to do, have their own fight. It doesn't matter to us. That's my take on it. And I think any decision we make that isn't that is asking for a fight we don't need to have.
Excellent points, Ryan. Great
What is
work.
the chances of what is the chances of Iran losing if we stayed out of it?
I mean, they've already, like, based on what we've been hearing, they've already lost a bunch of their military infrastructure in the first attack. The problem
Hmm.
is the big laboratory, Kurdo, I believe, or Kudo, something to that effect, where a lot of the uranium is being enriched, is underground. Israel
Right.
doesn't have anything big enough to destroy it. They had a
United
plan,
States does.
allegedly, to just basically. Yes, the United States very much does. Israel apparently has a plan that doesn't involve the United States, where they basically
Good.
just blow up all the doors so nobody can get
Oh,
inside. I say if Israel wants to do that, then Israel can do whatever they want. Israel's its own country who can make its own decisions and
there you
receive
Right.
whatever
go.
consequences that come with it. We should not send our bunker buster in there to destroy it. We have no beef with Iran. Obviously, they don't like us, and that's fine. We don't like them. But you don't blow someone up for not liking them. You blow someone up for attacking you, which they have not done.
Right.
So my opinion is they don't do it. But that would be if we do join it, they're definitely going to lose. If we don't join it, they'll probably still lose a bunch of, progress. They won't lose the whole thing, but they'll lose a bunch of progress. Um, the difference is if we join it, Russia might, and that's where the problems get a little bit more tricky.
Right. But isn't Russia weak? Ain't they still having the war with fucking Ukraine?
They are, and all of the drones in that war are from Iran. So if we
Oh,
destroy Iran and they can't give them drones, Russia's going to be kind of tight about that.
right.
And I mean, yes, they're weak, but they're not,
Right. Right.
weak.
Right.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't sit there and say, "Oh, Russia's nothing." I would be upset if we had to fight Russia. That would probably not be a fun conflict to get involved in.
Like you said, Ryan.
What has Russia said about it?
They basically just said, "Hey, don't blow them up."
Right.
Essentially, plus Russia
So
said, "Don't
they're
blow
like,
it up."
if you're not in it, I'm not in it type of shit.
All they said was they don't want 'em- they want no more fighting between the two, and they don't want us to blow them up.
Right.
That was the entirety of their message. Don't blow them up. We don't want any more fighting here.
Right. Right.
Because again, they want Iran to just keep making them weapons.
Yeah. So
Yep. True.
we hope that the people in charge make the right thing. We don't. Again, I think the main thing here, and I don't care if this is a political answer that what Ryan said. This isn't our war. This is literally watching two people fight at the bar and you getting your ass in the fight too. You have nothing to do with it. Let them fight.
Hmm.
Videotape them. Well, don't videotape, but you know what I'm saying.
Or do. I don't care.
Yeah,
Just don't
well,
get
I guess
involved.
yeah, just don't get involved. That's the key. Don't get involved with this, please. It's happened so many damn times. These proxy wars, the United States wants to get in. You'd think we learned a lesson in the 2020s, but here we are. Now we gotta wait. But Yeah, just do the right thing, people. If anything, too, about the whole World War III allegations, and what could be. First of all, I think if people have to really understand, if there was a true world war where hundreds of thousands of people died a day, you would know the difference. Plus, a war like that would be declared something many decades later. I just want to show. I just thought this was a nice dude named Ryan. It's literally called Ryan's channel. That's his literal name, Ryan Channel. Who made a nice, quick 2-minute thing on why he believes there will not be a World War III. So I do want to just show this. Then we can move on to just one more political funny thing, but it's more funny. This is what happened. This is Ryan's channel.
The fan. Is World War III about to start because of the Israel and Iran conflict that's been unfolding over the last week? Let's get into it. Over the last week, Israel and Iran have been trading missile attacks. On June 13th, 14th, and the 16th, Iran's been using mostly ballistic missiles and drone attacks, and Israel has been using airstrikes. Iran's been hitting cities, mostly Tel Aviv and Haifa, I'm not sure how to say that, and Israel has been targeting
I couldn't figure it out
Iran's
either.
nuclear and military facilities. They've targeted over 100 locations. On the Iranian side, there are at least 224 Iranian casualties, and on the Israeli side, there are at least 24 Israeli casualties. Now, why is this happening? Israel struck first. They hit Iran's facilities
Come on, come on.
due to their claims that casualties, and on the Israeli side, there are at least 24 Israeli casualties. Now, why is this happening? Israel struck first. They hit Iran's facilities due to their claims that Iran is developing nuclear weaponry to use against Israel. Now, the reality is a little bit different from that. Iran is enriching uranium well beyond civilian.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
That Iran is developing nuclear weaponry to use against Israel. Now, the reality is a little bit different from that. Iran is enriching uranium well beyond civilian use, which is 3 to 5%. The latest reports show that Iran has reached 60% enrichment of uranium. Israel
Still loading.
The latest reports show that Iran has reached 60% enrichment of uranium. Israel, however, has claimed that Iran has reached weapons grade, which is 90+% enrichment, and also claims that Iran wants to use these.
Not the time for this to not work. Let me try one more time from the
Because
stop.
of the Israel and Iran conflict that's been unfolding over the last week. Let's get into it. Over the last week, Israel and Iran have been trading missile attacks. On June 13th, 14th, and the 16th, Iran's been using mostly ballistic missiles and drone attacks, and Israel has been using airstrikes. Iran's been hitting cities, mostly Tel Aviv and Haifa, I'm not sure how to say that, and Israel has been targeting Iran's nuclear and military facilities. They've targeted over 100 locations. On the Iranian side, there are at least 224 Iranian casualties, and on the Israeli side, there are at least 24 Israeli casualties. Now, why is this happening? Israel struck first. They hit Iran's facilities due to their claims that Iran is developing nuclear weaponry to use against Israel. Now, the reality is a little bit different from that. Iran is enriching uranium well beyond civilian use, which is 3 to 5%. The latest reports show that Iran has reached 60% enrichment of uranium. Israel, however, has claimed that Iran has reached weapons grade, which is 90+% enrichment, and also claims that Iran wants to use these nuclear weapons on Israel. Now, how is this happening? The NPT, the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, is a treaty from 1970s prohibiting 190 countries, Iran included, from developing nuclear weapons, so they can only use uranium for civilian use. The 5 countries excluded from this are the US, UK, China, Russia, and France. However, Israel is not a part of this treaty and does not confirm or deny having nuclear weaponry. However, it's theorized, so not factual, that they have 80 to 100 nuclear warheads. Now, the bottom line, this likely won't cause World War III. However, this does further escalate conflict in the Middle East, push Israel further into a legal gray zone, and furthers the likelihood of open war against Iran. So, bottom line, no, I don't think this is going to cause World War III. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.
I feel so much better now, in a way. I don't know. What do you
I
think?
guess. I mean, we started World War I because some dude got capped in his car. World War II started in a very similar way, I'm being honest. And tell you what, if it happens, not the World War, but if we do bomb Iran, I'll go more into it because it's too long. But I think there's actually a striking number of similarities between some of the folks involved. And I'm not referring to Donald Trump as much as people are going to think I am. I'm not to some of the folks involved in this conflict and some of the folks involved in the early moves by Germany as it pertains to Poland and Austria and the surrounding area. So I do think that it would be foolish to sit here and say that because conflict breeds more conflict. So if this war starts, there's already a war in Europe. Conflict breeds more conflict. And if everyone's fighting, then whether we call it a world war or not, it will affectionately be that. But no, alone, I don't believe that this will start it. And if we don't get involved, it definitely won't start it. Because no offense to Iran or Israel, neither one of them has got the juice to start a world war. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you need some of the big dogs to enter into the fight for it to become a true world war. So again, if if the UN gets involved with like the EU, like if France is in there or Russia or China or us, then you got yourself maybe a bit more of a problem, right? But if it's just a regional conflict between two countries, it's bad, and a lot of Americans could get killed, both in the Middle East and other places through terror strikes. But it isn't a world war, which again, cold comfort, but it is in some ways comforting, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just remember, like we said in the third bottom line from mine, the third part of that bottom line is about the diplomacy. We created NATO, the Geneva Conventions after World War II for these very reasons. Again, with the exception of a couple of world leaders, even though that 8 decades later, we're still mostly on the same page, with the exception of a few dictators that Jose was kind enough to show us on that page.
Well,
So,
I don't want to correct anybody, but
Especially the one on the left, all the way
yeah,
to the
that's right.
left.
The
it's
guy,
not Ryan.
the guy in the center there, with the stars
Jeb
behind him.
Bush.
No, with the stars behind him. He's been very critical of NATO for 20, no, not 20, but 10 years now, from 2016 onward. So I don't know that NATO's actually going to be all that friendly to us at the moment, given what we've been doing to their economy with our tariffs. But yes, theoretically, there is still a way out of this that is completely peaceful. It's really hard to do diplomacy at gunpoint. So I kind of wish if we were trying to get a deal, Israel had blown everything up already. But it can be done. Yes.
Exactly. It can be done. All right. One more thing here regarding the politics. And then I promise the usual fun stuff after that. We had Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz have a interview with each other.
What are you talking about? This
Right,
is
or
fun.
discussing. Oh, you know what I mean. So yes, Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz did a podcast together, specifically the Tucker Carlson Show, a 2-hour episode of the Tucker Carlson Show over 2 days, where we had Tucker Carlson grill the Texas senator over several issues, including the United States involvement in the Israel-Iran conflict, Iran's demographics, and alleged assassination plots. But I mean, it really got very tense. Just to save time, I'll play you some of the clips. But basically, the consensus is that Tucker Carlson just grilled Ted Cruz, just bombarded him, went in, and some people may even say embarrassed. Like, I have one clip to show particularly, but before I actually show that, Ryan, I knew you knew a little bit about it.
Oh, it was beautiful. I watched it 4 times. Honestly, my problem is I hate Ted Cruz even more now because he made me root for Tucker Carlson, and I don't like Tucker Carlson. I actually hate Tucker Carlson. I've said it on the show. So the fact that Ted Cruz is dumb Lion Ted, that's the only good nickname Trump's ever had, Lion Ted, because it is a perfect encapsulation of Ted Cruz. His dumb Lion Ted ass got me to cheer on Tucker Carlson. Also got Tucker Carlson to act like a journalist, which was crazy. He hasn't done that since the 90s. Yeah, no. If you're don't like Ted Cruz, you're gonna love the videos. If you do like
on the
Ted
same
Cruz,
side.
not on this, they're not. I will say there is a very deep divide on the Republican side about Iran. Again, Donald Trump got elected saying, "I'm leaving NATO and we're no longer getting involved in foreign wars." That is what he campaigned on. Everyone said Joe Biden was Genocide Joe, Genocide Kamala. They were going to get involved in foreign wars. We have people that we know who tweeted we're all going to get drafted into World War III if Kamala wins. All that stuff. And now, 150 days in, Donald Trump wants to send a massive ordinance into Iran for fun, essentially. So I think it's perfectly reasonable for the people who Trump told he was going to keep us out of wars, to point out to the people who are saying, let's bomb Iran, hey, why? Why would we do? We just got out of Afghanistan 4 years ago. Right. We just got out of the Middle East. We're going to go back in? What does that do? What does that accomplish? Right. So I think it's very reasonable for the two sides to have a disagreement on this particular issue.
I mean, not about the comparisons, but after World War II ends, what was it? 7 years later, they got in the Korean War. Mm-hmm. So I guess, yeah. Again, we're not thinking about that. That happened a long time ago. But I'm always going to think of what Ryan said. There is a way to peace, and there might even be some. There might even be some generous odds to make that happen. But we'll just wait it out. But anyways, again, the bottom line from the interview, before I show the clip, there was a noisy interview. It definitely did show the, wait, let me play the clip and then I'll say it.
Yeah.
From this Jojo from Jers. Is it possible to absolutely loathe Tucker Carlson and enjoy the fuck out of watching him destroy Ted Cruz at the same time?
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population.
At all?
No, I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people live in Iran?
92 million.
Okay. Yeah.
How could you not know that?
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant?
Because if you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay,
it's not even... You don't know anything about Iran. So
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who claims anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump.
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We are carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting Israel.
High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay.
I feel like this. This is truly a divide between a MAGA Republican and an old school Republican in a way too.
Who's playing MAGA? It's important though.
Yeah.
It's a MAGA Republican and a regular Republican who's trying to pretend to be MAGA and doesn't know how to do it. And that's Ted Cruz.
For sure. And, you know, Cruz's attempt to blend pro-Israel support with restraint clearly didn't get Cruz to barge or fall. And not Cruz, Tucker Carlson. And Carlson was clearly skeptic the whole time. And yeah, it was just, again, this whole thing is it's been a stressful week, clearly.
There's another one, we won't play it, but seek it out, where he critiques Iran as a theocracy. It is a theocracy. The leader is the supreme leader, Ayatollah, is a religious leader as well as government leader. And so he critiques the theocracy of it all. And then he justifies siding with Israel because it's in the Bible, literally within the same part of the interview. He quotes the Bible as why we have to support Israel, and then says also, Iran is too religious. Wow. This was horrible, and Ted Cruz tripled down like a baby, and it pisses me off no one's ever beaten him in an election. It doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be a Democrat. Anyone, another Republican, just somebody beat this man because he's reprehensible, and also he's annoying. And again, listen to Tucker squeal. He was squealing, and he was still not the most annoying person in the video. That's insane.
Yeah, dude. Jose, what do you think about this?
I didn't really give two shits. I just was confused in the sense that I thought they were both buddy-buddy with Donald Trump. So for me, it's like, why
well,
they're
did you
bitching.
notice that? He tried to deflect by saying, you don't think they're trying to kill Donald Trump. And then he had to go, no, you don't think that. So yes,
Right.
Donald Trump, because it's a cult, Donald Trump is still in charge. They both still have to love Donald Trump, but they can love him in different ways while critiquing the ways that the other one loves him.
Wait, how the fuck Ted Cruz is still fucking sitting? He's a douchebag.
I know.
Politics.
Yeah.
Even I know he's a fucking douchebag.
Nobody likes him except for apparently 51% of Texas every 4 years or 6 years. 6 years. Every 6 years, 51% of Texas likes him. It's ridiculous. Texas, get it together.
Yeah, get it together.
There you go. Get it together. All right. That's enough of the political mumbo jumbo, but I do think it was a very, not trying to troll, it really was a productive conversation. So great work, everybody. Whether you agreed or disagreed, is this something that is going to be noted for Trump's second term for United States history? And I'm proud that this show can hang with the best of them. All right, let's get back to the fun stuff of life. So, where do I begin? Let's actually ask our big question right now. I'm in the mood for that. All right. We had What's Better, which I gotta give you credit, everybody. What a great reaction to the Taylor Swift and Beyonce debate. Very, very well there. So why don't we start another one? These have gone well. The King of New York debate was a big success. So we clearly found a new niche here. So we're going to keep that tradition going. Every single tweet cap, and even some sports tweet caps. We did do a sports tweet cap one of this. Who's a better up-and-coming pitcher, Paul Skeens or Tariq Skubal? Which too bad most of the world doesn't know. But at least for our baseball fans, they know about those aces. Me and Alec Reeves had a debate there. But here's our next one. All right, get ready. Once and for all. What's a better food? No. Let me phrase it. All right, here's our big question of the day. What would you rather... No, just kidding. I want to make sure you're paying attention. All right, here's it is for real. All right, what's better, chicken wings or pizza? There you go. Who wants to start? And there is a right and wrong. There is a right and wrong answer to this.
What is the right answer, Matt?
All right. Well, the right answer is chicken wings are better than pizza. The reason why is because most pizzas, let's be real, especially if you go to a pizza restaurant, a pizza place, most pizzas taste the same. It's really hard to get a pizza that doesn't taste distinguished. And I've had pizza all over the country. Not the world, but the country. And it's all the freaking same. Like it's quality, regular pizza spot. Chicken wings, though? You can have various flavors, whether you're a drum person, a flats person, boneless. It has actual protein, so you could dirty bulk if you needed. And even if you try hard with certain recipes, you could actually eat them organically. Pure protein as less carbs as possible. I think they taste better. They're crunchier. They're more accessible. I'm sure they're more affordable in a way to produce and to enjoy. The chicken wing is the way to go. Pizza, while I like pizza, most pizza tastes the damn same. And I know I'm going to get hate on that, but you know I'm not wrong.
All right. Well, this one, like last week, actually was really hard for me. These are genuinely my two favorite foods. Genuinely my
perfect
two
then.
favorite foods.
You got to pick one.
However,
Like if
I
there's a
did
conflict
pick
with
one.
Israel and Iran, what's Ryan's last meal going to be? I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
that's right. I did pick one, and I went with pizza. And here's actually, it's interesting because what you said about pizza is what I'm going to say about pizza, but you just said it negatively. And I don't think that what you said is actually a negative. The fact is, you can go almost, and it is almost, if you're in California or Washington State or Oregon, your pizza's trash, and I'm sorry for you. But you can go almost anywhere in the country, maybe even the world, if we're being really honest, and find pizza that you like. It is impossible in the year of our Lord 2025 to get a pizza where you're like, wow. Or to go to a place where you're like, I can't even find a decent pizza. Now, there are, by the way, pizzas that are phenomenal. By the way, you can make a pizza even better. You can add interesting toppings to a pizza. You can even add barbecue and buffalo chicken to pizza if you'd like to.
Ah.
There are some toppings that are definitely not as good as others, like the whole pineapple thing. Go ahead, tell the comments, but I'm wrong, but you're wrong. Pineapple does not belong on a pizza. But anyway, my point is, pizza is the most consistent food ever created. Every single country now can produce a decent to great quality pizza. Every single one. If you are walking around in an unfamiliar place and you don't know what to eat, you're hungry, you can almost assuredly find a pizza place. Almost assuredly. And almost assuredly, that pizza place isn't horrible. So I think versatility alone, you've got to give yourself that pizza edge. You make a good point about affordability. If you're making them at home, it's way easier to make chicken wings at home than pizza. But I'm saying you're out and about. It's not grilling at home. If you're going somewhere, you're more likely to find quality pizza. And I'll be honest with you, I've had some really bad chicken wings. Like, you can mess up a chicken wing, like, for real. You can't do that with a pizza. I've only met one place, exactly one place messed up a pizza, and I don't even think they messed it up. I think I misunderstood what kind of pizza it was. I was expecting real pizza, and it was more of a Papa John's Domino's pizza. Had I prepared myself mentally, it would have been okay. But I didn't know when I ordered it because I was in a new state and I didn't know how it worked. But that's my fault, not their fault. That's my opinion. I think the consistency is key. Pizza's never bad. It's always fine to great, and it's everywhere.
But don't you think that's boring? You could only have so much damn pizza, but I'll let Jose go on his point.
Sadly, I have to agree with Ryan. It's pizza.
It
fills you up. And plus, and then you were like, and then you also
carbs, yes.
Listen. If I'm having a fucking cheat day, one, I'm not gonna have fucking wings as a fucking solution to have a dietary restrictions and add fucking wings to that list. If I'm having a cheat day, it's fucking pizza. It's a Friday night. You got a game or whatever. I'm not eating now. I almost said wings because of Hooters, but Hooters is going out of business.
I know, it'll be gone soon.
So it's pizza, period. And you can fuck up wings. You can go how many fucking bars?
You can fuck up wings.
How many fucking bars you go to and it's give you shit fucking wings?
Yeah, you can mess up a wing for sure.
Whack answers. It's all about the wings. I could
say
at their very best.
I was gonna say real quick to Matt's. This is to Matt's point. When I did have a food restriction at one point for a medical thing, And I actually did, and this is true, when I couldn't have pizza, I replaced it by getting wings. That's what I mean. Like this is I trust the people listening enough. This is the tightest rate. This is tighter, in my opinion, than Taylor and Beyonce. Like by a lot. This is far, far more competitive than that one is. So like this is right there. I think that they meet the same niche, all that stuff. And I know what Matt's about to say, that when you have a really good wing or they have a really interesting flavor, it just hits different. And you're right. But there's something to be said about consistency. Do you want somebody, if it's sports, do you want that pitcher who could have a lights out game or he could give up a gazillion runs? Or do you want that pitcher who's going to get you in and out of every inning with minimal damage to your team? That's kind of how I say wings and pizza. High risk, high reward on wings.
I agree with you on that stance, because you really think about wings is offered as a fucking appetizer. It's the starter. It's the starter match.
Pizza's offered as an appetizer at spots.
Pizza is a
mini slices. Yeah.
Oh, a slice. Yeah, no, a slice. You don't have to get
mini slices.
If you get a pie, it's a main event. It's WrestleMania, baby.
For sure.
All the same. All the same. I want a quality wing for life. And a cheat meal that can give me my protein.
How many fucking wings do you need to get full? Like realistically, you need to eat like 20 or 30 of them shits. No, 6 to be full.
I order 7 every time. I always get 7.
I was gonna say 8 to 10 depending on how hungry I am is enough.
I can get full off 6 quality wings.
Yo, fuck y'all. Fucking Hooters. The only time I go to Hooters is unlimited wing day.
Oh, don't get me wrong. If it's unlimited, I'll eat a gazillion. Yeah, I mean, like Buffalo Wild Wings will have like unlimited wings for like certain games. And like, if it's unlimited, I'll have a gazillion. But like if I was ordering it, like 8 to 10 is fine. For sure.
All honesty, ordering wings at a restaurant is like going to a brothel and just getting a hand job. All right? That's what wings are to me. Like, I'm not going to get full or satisfied with just fucking wings at a restaurant. All right? So, that clearly mic drops for pizza.
It's all about the wings and life, and wings feed more people. Say. But we will see where the comments say. All right, next. I am so damn excited. 1 week from today, The Bear Season 4 debuts. Who's the star of The Bear? Jeremy Allen White. Jeremy Allen White's latest film just dropped its trailer. Jeremy Allen White is going to play Bruce Springsteen in a movie. When what exactly? The movie is going to be called Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Directed by Scott Cooper. The film adapts Warren Zane's biography, Deliver Me From Nowhere, focusing on Bruce's creative journey and emotional state while crafting his iconic 1982 album, Nebraska. And, oh, man, I could see that.
Nebraska?
Yeah. Do you know that album? Have you listened to that album? It's not very Brucey. It's very mellow.
That's what I mean.
You listen to very winter album.
I don't really like that one.
But that's where we learn about the character here. And
I know.
The story begins mid-career, driving into a period marketed by introspection and tension, rather than a full biography sweep. I think this is going to be dope. I don't know if we tweet capped it, but I definitely showed at least pictures of like, who is Jeremy Allen White as Bruce, and it's just Jeremy Allen White in a leather jacket.
Yeah,
but exactly. I will play a snippet of the trailer, basically where he really looks like Bruce. We got in trouble with the PCU, unfortunately. Hardcore copyright on that one. But we're going to go try their studio. We're going to test their studio again. And let me just show you the snippet. When I saw this, I was, first of all, hyped. This movie actually looks incredible. It's beautifully the trailer is beautifully shot.
The funny thing,
great. And just before I didn't want to hear that. And I'm just very, very excited. Jose, let me just play this clip. Mm-hmm. And you tell me if you think Jeremy Allen White's going to pull this off. I will say I was a bit skeptic, but the power of filmmakers sometimes. So this particular part, I thought like, damn, he could do this. apparently that's his real voice. That's Jeremy Allen's real voice, which is insane. And that's fucking wow. And yeah, that trailer's out. You can watch it, and the movie will come out October 24th in theaters everywhere. And one thing, Bruce Springsteen is my parents' favorite artist. My mom has literally seen him 150 times. She probably went to this tour. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that with my parents on Christmas week. But I'm definitely gonna see that opening day too, because I love Jeremy Allen White. I haven't seen him in one thing I dislike him in. So Jeremy Allen White, let's go, bro. The boss. Get that Oscar, boys.
Right.
At least get that nomination. All right.
I guess there's
enough of my fanboying. You two now.
Okay, I guess there's a couple of his more Brucey songs that came out. I'm about to say The River was right before Nebraska, obviously Born to Run. So okay, there's a couple, but I mean the one right afterward, Born in the USA, has got so many of his hits on it. So many of his hits are on the next album, guys.
I like that type of biography, though. I know we're like that. It's the character. It's a pure character study, as you could see.
I know, but you can't study his characters to get Born in the USA.
No.
No,
I need to know how he got there. I need to know.
No character. Dancing in the Dark. Dancing in the Dark has now character beats. Come on now. Hungry Heart's great, and that was the album right before. Hopefully they do Hungry Heart. That's all I'm gonna say. It's one of my favorite ones. No, I mean, listen. He sounded like a guy. It sounded like when I do a Bruce Springsteen impression, right? But it wasn't bad. It was a good Bruce Springsteen impression. I have to imagine he doesn't typically sing like that.
He got the jump down.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he looked and acted like Springsteen, which is, as an actor, all he really needs to do. I don't think he sounded like Springsteen, but he did sound like a guy who was doing Springsteen. You know what I mean? Like, it was, if you heard him, if you weren't watching, you just heard him. I mean, obviously it's a Springsteen song and that helps, but I think you would be like, oh, he's singing he's trying to do Bruce Springsteen. Like, I thought it was close enough, essentially. That's what I'll go with. Didn't hurt my ears. It was close enough, and he looked great. So I'm excited. I'll definitely give it a watch. They did this with the Bob Dylan one too, by the way. They just followed him from like this one spot till this one concert, and then boom, done. You know what I mean? Like, again, they pick a big
overrated movie now looking back.
Sure, but I'm saying they pick one part of his career. Now, I will say, granted, I'll have to see the movie. From what I know, the crescendo of the Bob Dylan movie, which was that the Jazz Fest show where he like did
Newport Jazz Fest,
yeah. That was a far more important moment in music history than the release of Nebraska. So this one, I think, will probably be even more character heavy because this is not a particularly well-known or influential album, is it? The Badlands
only like the hardcore music fans like that, like people.
Yeah, but I'm like, he did slow before this too. It just,
There's one particular song I like from this album that I heard in a Sopranos doc, and that's it. I can't even remember the song.
What's that? Oh, is he gonna be in it?
Who?
Van Zant?
No, no. But you know who is going to be in it? Bruce's manager, Jeremy Strong. Oh, yeah. He's back. Of course.
He likes to play everybody's manager, or mentor. No, they should have found a spot. Yeah, for Van Zant. That's crazy. He's in the band.
This is literally from 30, 40.
Well, you can't play himself. Yeah, you can't play himself.
I assume the character of Steve Van Zandt will be there. I don't even think this is technically an E Street album. It's a Bruce Springsteen album.
Not. Yeah, so, it's not E Street. He may not be in it. Yeah.
Again, I'm actually intrigued for the book. I might even look it up if it's in the library and give it a read. Because I like memoirs and bios. So yeah, we will find out how this all unfolds. Jose, were you about to say something?
I was gonna say the only thing about this movie that made me interested was that you were super hyped for it, and then that was it. Like, I give two shits about this movie, to be honest. I don't know not one song.
on October 24th. Did you say you don't know one Bruce Springsteen song?
Yes, you do.
Born in the USA, and that's it, because I hear it fucking everywhere. But other than that,
got a hungry
I don't.
heart.
I'm sorry. I hope hopefully nobody's surprised by me saying this. I'm not the
I
biggest
am.
fucking Bruce. I don't even know what the name of his band is called. I just know him as Bruce. I can't even pronounce his fucking name.
Springsteen.
Springsteen. You know, he's Trasteen for
You
me.
know the song
Oh, she tell
"Blinded
my
by the
mom
Light"?
Yeah.
Don't
He
do
wrote
that.
that. He wrote that. His version didn't get as famous, but he wrote that, and then a long time later, the famous version came out. That's a cover of a Bruce Springsteen song.
Blinded by the Light. Who's
Like the
saying that?
blinded by the light. The famous one is like the Manfred Band or whatever the heck they're called.
Oh, maybe. I didn't know, but how about that though? Bruce Springsteen movie. I'm hyped. And yeah, I wish Jeremy Allen White got the Timothy treatment. He's just blue collar to me.
Jeremy Allen White?
Like the perception I'm saying.
I think he's treated more seriously now because he hasn't shown he knows ball yet, but he's going to. He's gonna throw out the first pitch or something, and boom, he'll be right up there with him.
I'm excited. Hopefully he get an Oscar nom. Okay. Guys, the day has finally come. A Caitlin Clark teammate finally defended her. And who is it? So let me paint the picture. We had the Indiana Fever take on the Connecticut Sun. Fever riding high. The Connecticut Sun's god awful. And people are just continuing doing the WNBA tradition, is just push Caitlin Clark around and like straight up bully her. And now we're in year 2 of this. Not saying it was an excuse the first year, but rookies do get hazed. But now this is
especially big ones.
Yeah, but this is it's ridiculous, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't even know who this. You can see right here. She gets poked in the eye. You see that? You see that poked in the eye by one Connecticut Sun, and then boom, going to the ground. And let me just play. Let me play you the sound. This was vicious. Oh, they must have taken the sound off of this one. Why did you take the sound off? Anyways, and then yeah, bodied by another teammate. So you saw that. But remember we showed Sophie Cunningham, her teammate? The one she, her personal bodyguard or whatever. But
yeah, her
them hanging out.
Potential lover.
Oh, you said it, not me. But anyways, but you saw they're clearly close. And finally, I think Sophie said enough is enough. So Sophie Cunningham did this to the teammate who tried to hurt Caitlin Clark. Hey, look at this. She's number 8. Just threw her to the ground. And then here we go. Great job, Sophie Cunningham. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. Throw to the ground.
That was not a play on the ball, by the way.
Zero fines, by the way. 0. Not one.
Did she at least get a technical for that?
They got technicals in that, but no disciplinaries after. So, yeah, I think even Jose could like women's basketball if that happens more often.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is something I think should be brought up because whenever we talk about this, we always end up talking about race. Yeah. Everyone involved in this story is white. Seriously, all 4 people, the 2 people on the Sun, and Caitlin and Sophie Cunningham, you said? Yeah?
Yes, Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham. Yeah. All of them are white. So it's not a race thing. People really do just hate Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I don't know if it's jealousy or what, but it's not. I mean, maybe some people have a racial problem with her, but I'm saying that it isn't a race thing because everyone who hit her in this game was white. So that was something I found interesting actually as well. And I think that's why this is not getting covered as much. And that's horrible to say. In ESPN, Stephen A. Smith.
Where you at, Ryan Clark?
The other lady, Ryan Clark.
Yeah, you're talking about Monica
RG3 too. Why not? Yeah, she's talking about it. Where are y'all? Because this is the thing that you didn't cover this. You only cover it when it's Angel. Why is that? You're going to sit there and talk about the race component. You're doing it. You're doing the race component. We're talking about it. We're talking about this play.
Yeah.
You're not. Why are you only mad when one of them hits each other. You're not mad when someone hits Angel on a different team. You're not mad when someone hits Caitlyn on another team. It's just when they hit each other. You're stoking. That's what you're doing. You're stoking. Don't stoke anymore. Just cover the thing. If you cover the thing, then you'll get more things like this, and people might like it. But you're not covering it. You're just stoking. And that's ridiculous. Because you've been calling people out for doing that as you do it.
I have nothing else to add. That is exactly what has to be brought up. And great work, Ryan, on that. So we'll wait till the next Caitlin Clark issue. But it's nice to see some teammates finally stepping up for her, which was what was missing last year too. And yeah, I said it 100 millions of times. Caitlin Clark's the reason why there is a mainstream appeal to the WNBA. And you're clearly just showing your jealousy at this point. You can't even use a different word. It's just straight up jealousy. So we'll keep letting her cook, and we'll see.
I think so. I think you might be right.
If we'll see if somebody could go on our level. Paige Becker is a little slow to her professional career, but yeah, Team Caitlin Clark as always.
All due respect. Paige Becker's on a shitty team in Dallas. Nobody gives a shit about Dallas.
She can still be a great player. She can still be a great player.
Before.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I think half the people that watch the league probably doesn't realize there's a team in Dallas.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying, but a star player will still cook.
When Caitlin,
look at Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
He's looking. This is great. He's 4-6, but with a 1.5 ERA. That's solely because his team sucks. But he's still doing his job, so that's why wins and losses don't matter in baseball.
His team sucks on and off the field too, which is crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm just saying. But anyways, we'll wait for the next Caitlin Clark thing, especially when the NBA ends. We'll see if it ends tonight. Or Thursday night. And the other thing in sports and basketball, this is legit a big deal. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to be sold away from the Buss family. The Buss, Jeannie Buss, I believe the majority holder, the Buss family has owned the Lakers since the early 80s. Her dad, the famous Jerry Buss, bought them for $67 million back in, I think, 79, 80. And in 2025, Jeannie is selling her majority share, giving it to the group that owns the LA Dodgers, on the investment firm. And the Los Angeles Lakers are going to be sold for $10 billion. It will be the largest purchase for a professional team in the United States. And yeah, I think this sets the bar now. The only franchises that could be worth more is probably the Cowboys and the Yankees. And yeah, this is pretty wild, huh? The Lakers, $10 billion. That's our threshold in sports. $10 billion. In freaking insane. I mean, it's not surprising, but yeah. And by the way, this isn't part of the TV deal, isn't part of this, nor the arena the Lakers play in. $10 billion for the Lakers.
I mean, there's definitely, I think, maybe a few other teams besides those two that could get close, but yeah. It's a small list.
I think those are the only two that could get over 10. Maybe the Knicks. Knicks Rangers combo, because you don't
I don't think the Knicks.
Maybe
you don't
not.
think the Celtics could?
Well, the Celtics just got sold last year for $6 billion.
Celtics just got bought?
They got sold for $6.7 billion.
Well, yeah, but that was a while ago, right?
Last year,
years ago.
2024.
Yeah, a few years ago. Inflation. Oh, it was last year? Then no.
2024.
Then factually, no, they're not worth $10 billion.
Ryan, the team in your town got sold. The Commander, for I think that was 6.2 or 3. Celtics there, but yeah, I think only the Yankees and the Cowboys should get more. And I don't think those owners are going to let him go. Maybe the Steinbrenner family, but I don't think Jerry Jones is definitely not letting go. Wouldn't be surprised if Steinbrenner.
Jerry Jones is going to die with that.
He's going to die in the box at Jerry World.
I love it. Look,
he's not giving that up.
So there's
even past death.
I think there's 11 Sundays left until the NFL kickoff, and I can't wait for my 4:00 Jerry Jones looking distraught in camera shots. But yeah,
they're gonna Weekend and Bernie's him someday. They're gonna he's gonna have a whole season where he's not even alive and he's gonna still be the owner.
$10 billion.
That's crazy. I mean, not crazy. It's the Lakers. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
There you go.
They're probably the most successful and sought after franchise in basketball, right? So
for sure, just the Celtics have 6 more championships in them. But the Lakers count their Minneapolis championships, so it's technically smaller, but they do them together. Some teams do that, some don't, because they actually moved from Indianapolis to LA in the mid 60s, early 70s.
No, I know. I'm just meaning, but as a general rule.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like for value, beyond the wins, just overall value.
Right.
As a brand.
Speaking of Los Angeles, though, we're in a graduation season, right? And UCLA had their graduation. Yep. And in the most Gen Z viral clip I've seen so far this year, and that's saying something, this dude openly mocking the whole education system, showing that he did his final projects through ChatGPT. Look at this right now. For real. Again, I can't tell if I'm impressed, if I respect him, if I'm jealous, if I'm envious. Like, dude, what is even the point? If you could get UCLA is a major college, is a major university, not an easy school to get into, and you could get a lot of jobs just by having UCLA on your resume. And bro is just clearly mocking the system now. Why should I study? I just have to put something in ChatGPT and I could literally get a degree out of it.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about at some point. Me and Matt actually talked about this not that long ago. We're going to hopefully soon do an actual just AI only episode.
That's right.
Where we talk about like stories like this and whatnot. But I think for this particular story, the reality is, as much as you're like, you can get a job just by going to UCLA, maybe. You know what you can't do? You can't keep a job just because you went to UCLA.
That's true.
So if you don't know how to do anything because you're an idiot, you might get the job because they'll be like, all right, UCLA grad, personable enough, sure, give them a shot. But then when you arrive and you can't do nothing, they're going to get rid of you. And yes, you can theoretically try and use ChatGPT at work. But at work, sometimes they ask you to do stuff like, on the fly. Sometimes you're in a meeting and they're like, all right, what do you think? You can't be like, give me a second. I have to find the right prompt for ChatGPT. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, frankly, if you could do that, they'd fire you and just save their money. They would just ask ChatGPT the right prompt and then pay the fee to ChatGPT and fire you because they don't need you to do that. They can do it themselves. If that's all it takes is to type it into a language AI. So I think it's only hurting him. Now, it was just the final project. If he was like a tech person anyway, like just devil's advocate, if he was a tech degree anyway, and he was getting good grades on all of his stuff, he was obviously going to pass and graduate anyway after the last 4 years. And he decided that his final projects for his senior year, he was going to do something funny and have ChatGPT do them. He's probably fine. That's also probably what happened, and everybody is overreacting online. Shocker. But if that's not the case, if he really cheated throughout college using ChatGPT, then he's the only one who's going to get messed up. Nobody else is. The teachers are going to keep their job. It'd be him.
Do you think if you're an employer and he walks in,
he doesn't know how to do anything?
Do you think if you're an employer or hiring manager, you see this very dude walk in, would you consider him? I mean, he clearly shows he knows how to cheat.
I mean, honestly, it depends on the job, right? But like,
That's
if I had
true.
seen that video, I might not. I might be like, well, does he know how to do anything? You know what I mean? Like, I might actually be worried that he used ChatGPT for more than just that final project. And be like, what if he doesn't know anything? You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
4 people walk in, they all seem roughly the same qualified, but one of you has gone on film showing that you cheated to get your degree, theoretically, then why would you pick that guy? I would be like, I mean, there's other options. If there's no one else, then sure, you pick it. But like, if there's other options, you'd be like, maybe we'll start with somebody else. Send in the, thank you for applying. We'll save your resume in case the job opens up in the future, sort of deal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that I would give him first crack at a job if I knew that he was the kid in the video. I don't know that I would care if we're being honest, because if he doesn't work out, you just fire him and find somebody new, I guess. But
I do.
I can see it.
So before we show our final compilation, I found another rapper for you guys to like. Has anyone heard of JDSNEVERMISSIN?
Who?
Not familiar with the rapper JDSNEVERMISSIN? This is happening. JDSNEVERMISSIN.
JDSNEVERMISSIN. No.
I never messed and heard him. No.
All right. Well, you're about to find out now. This is his song called Andy Milonakis.
Where the fuck you get these? Do you hold on? You this is like the third week in a row you find some fucking out there fucking music.
That's
and
right.
Think there's the next
Good
big
music
thing.
too. Good music. This is from On the Radar. On the Radar always puts up and coming
The song
rappers.
is called
Andy Milonakis.
Just to let you know, I'll listen to this shit, and then 5 minutes after listening to it, it just completely gets out of my mind. Like I give two shits about.
You listen to that
I
in
like
the gym.
Paradox still.
Paradox is great.
No,
we got our boys. What more?
Andy Milonakis is the name
of the song. You ready? Here's JDSNEVERMISSIN with the song Andy Milonakis from On the Radar. All right. Whoops. Okay, here we go. JDSNEVERMISSIN, Andy Milonakis. You can see what he looks like, right? You see that, Jose? He's a big fat white boy. Blank. So you ready?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, you see now?
Yeah, I see him.
JDSNEVERMISSIN.
Yeah. All right.
You ready, Jose? I don't know where Jose is, but I guess he's not ready for this guy. How hard is he about to spit? Ready? Here we go. JDSNEVERMISSIN. This is Andy Milonakis.
I'm listening.
She got that goddamn.
That's him.
That's JD. I thought they clapped
yes.
So that hoe I'm Andy Milonakis. Like I got bands. I hear, oh no, save a bitch like I'm Batman. Hey, like to be honest, I am that man. She gon' hit my line. No, I'm fine for a fat man. We went tip for tat, dime for dime on the back end. That bitch got so much ass, need a license. Just the back end, like shit. Name ringing bells. Bitch, I'm finna make my mark. Nigga, wait, can't you tell? Shit ain't never put in park. I ain't buying to sell. I'm on bike, they gon' bark. She keep asking if I fail. Except for me, no, I'm smart. I'm trying to keep it peak. I might overdose off pints, I'ma sip this lean. I might overdose off life, I'ma smoke this weed. Piggy dancing for some light, I told him shine on me. Shit, she got that goddamn. Two bad bitches shaking ass, I thought they clapped their hands. Oh, that hoe I'm Andy Milonakis, like I got bands. I hear, oh no, save a bitch like hey, let me put my cape on, finna save a bitch. She got too much cake on, finna pay her rent. It's a round of applause like the shit was in a fit. Save a bitch 2 times, put her ass in a Benz. Shit.
Oh, JDSNEVERMISSIN, huh?
Listen, I know you want all of these acts to be the next big thing, so you can say we knew him first. I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't it, Chief.
Hey, man, on the record, put him on. On the record, gave him a shot.
I'm sure they did, and that was very nice of them. Maybe it was a Make-A-Wish thing. No. That was horrible.
He got that goddamn. That's a little lyric. He got that goddamn.
Also, Andy Milonakis hasn't been a relevant cultural reference in like 20 years.
I didn't know he was still alive. I thought he died from a heart attack.
I don't know that he is still alive. And I'm not even saying that to be funny, Jose.
Okay.
You say that about everyone you haven't heard of in the last 10 days, but I might actually agree with you. I don't know that
I'll
I knew
say
he
this.
was alive.
This is true. I genuinely think the Paradox and What More could find legit success. Those two groups can find legit success. This JD mess is just funny. I had
Sure. No, I mean, listen, I like the Paradox.
I had this acoustic singer who's been going viral. I completely changed my mind to put JD Messin. Anyway, shouts to JD Messin. We'll see where you wind up, brother. Okay. So last but not least,
Best of luck.
Let's put on a productive conversations favorite. We haven't seen this dude in months. Let's get Officer Ratliff back. Occupational Cares, Diversity Affairs.
Ratliff.
There's been a solid 6 months of new content for us to show off throughout the summer. So let us start with 3 clips here. Jose, you remember Agent Ratliff?
Of course I
did. I didn't see the picture. I was keeping the
I would do great.
Okay, you gotta definitely put that out there, and we are tagging OCDA for this one. Okay, so we got
there you go.
I'll help.
If anybody needs a reminder, this is a legit job, real people, real complaints, where they go to legitimate businesses and read off legitimate comments and complaints people wrote to their website. And so we got again, it's been 6 months since we've done it. So a lot of content has been added to it. Still going strong. Now at millions of followers. When we were there, they were hundreds of 100,000 followers. Now they're at the millions. So business is clearly booming. So let's do it. Let's see this first. I don't know I'm just going to play the clips. I don't have any setup here. Let's see this first one.
ID number 33712. In Ratliff with OCDA Cares Diversity Affairs ID number 33712. And you're in Germany? Okay. So what I was doing, I was just coming out here to go over some complaints with you that were filed on behalf of the company and your work performance, just to get your side of the story, to see what's going on inside this workplace. Because what we like to do, we like to remain unbiased before we make a determining factor.
Okay, Juan, are you recording something?
Oh yeah, this is recorded for our company transcripts and records.
Okay, have you sent us emails? Because typically we get emails on things.
Yes, they sent us out here. Yes, ma'am.
Who sent you out here?
OCDA Cares Diversity Affairs.
Okay, I'm not sure what that is.
What we do is we go over complaints that were filed from the employees that work here. Nobody never knows when we're coming. That's the whole point of this visit.
Do you have a business card or something? Because I'll have to check with our corporate office.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
With complaints that were filed from the employees that work here, nobody never knows when we're coming.
Ooh, hit him with the yes,
That's
man.
the whole point of this visit.
Do you have a business card or something? Because I'll have to check with our corporate office.
Yes, ma'am. These complaints are totally anonymous, but I can read them off to you verbatim.
Okay.
Right here it says they wrongfully fired. Right here it says they wrongfully fired people because they racist. Y'all deny people leave of absence. Y'all fascinated with the robot world. Right here it says they wrongfully fired people because they racist. Y'all deny people leave of absence. Y'all fascinated with the robot world. Brittany bit back ass fucks all the employees and she's y'all house nigga. And say right here, y'all make fun of people behind their back. What's your side of the story, Miss
well,
Jenny?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
No, you have to answer. I'm
okay,
authority.
Well, I have to speak with my corporate office first before I speak.
And how long is that going to take?
I have to speak with my corporate office first before I speak.
And how long is that going to take? You can call them now.
You read those to me again so I can write these down.
Okay, right here it says they wrongfully fired people because they're racist. Y'all deny people.
Hold on 1 second.
Y'all, you got to keep up. Y'all.
Fucking hate this.
Y'all deny people.
Hold on 1 second.
Y'all, you got to keep up. Y'all,
nah, you gotta
have to keep up. Y'all deny people leave of absence. Y'all fascinated with the robot world, and I'm gonna take my time with this one.
That's a good start. I mean, sorry the connection.
Fascinated with the robot world. I don't even know what that means. That poor woman, by the way, was taking that serious as a heart attack. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
She was writing down those
Repeat it again. All right, and this one's
honestly, that might be the first one that gets addressed. Corporate might address those.
They got no choice. Real people, real complaints. Let's get another one.
Ratliff with Ocean Cares Diversity Fair ID number 33712, and we out here live at Cope Park, Ellenwood, Georgia, finna get in here and rectify and reprimand Miss Germany and Miss Brittany Kelly ass. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you, sir?
I was looking for Miss Germany or Miss Kelly.
Oh, well, what you're gonna do is go to that door right there.
Uh-huh.
Go up to the second building, go up the ramp, go to the front desk, check in with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, wrong building.
Come on.
Are they on a construction site?
Looks like it might be. Again, I'm very sorry this internet. I'm about to throw my Wi-Fi router, throw it to the ground and kick it. So at least it's a guarantee that it won't work. I don't know why it's messing around here.
Hell no.
Did you just hear that?
What up?
No, what'd he say?
He said, "You're not that dude from Instagram, are you?"
Hell no. Where the manager's at?
Come on, man.
Where the manager's at?
He knows.
Yeah, look at
How they do that.
Look at him laughing. He knows what's about to happen.
That dude on Instagram, ain't
Hell no. Where the manager's at?
Oh. It's just, you know how they do that. He pull it up at the office and tell these folks that.
Oh no, I know you talking about. Yeah.
He's loving it.
Oh no, I know you talking about. Yeah.
I know that dude you be talking about. That's wild.
I'm sorry.
That's just gonna make it hard. Honestly.
Yeah, he's gonna get if he keeps getting recognized.
People know who he is now. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
No, let me just try this last one, and we're gonna balls to the wall with this. So let's get one more in. They're gonna end this on a high note, just really quick. Back on. All right. Again, I'm sorry for the connection issues. We got one more for you. Let's end this on a high note, and this will never happen again. These connection issues. So here we go. This last OCDA to finish it off.
Patient Cares Diversity Affairs ID number 33712.
Okay.
And we were coming out here looking for Mr. Tim. I don't want to mess up his last name.
Can I ask why you're
Oh, this is
recording
being
me?
recorded. This is being recorded for quality assurance of our company record. They just need to see that we actually showed up to this place of business to talk to who we need to talk to. And we're looking for Mr. Tim to go over some complaints that were filed on him October of this year.
Okay.
Are you guys a new company, new managers that just started working here?
No, sir. No.
Okay.
Are we a new company? No.
Yeah, they say they just started.
Okay, is this all? Can we stop the recording?
But he recording us.
No. I'm not. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't know.
Time out. There's too many people talking. Time out.
I'm the administrator.
Okay.
So
are you Tim?
I am not Tim.
Okay, we're looking for Tim. So if you don't want to be in the video, go get Tim and you just go over there and sit down somewhere.
Sir, that's not how this works. So here's the thing. This is my building, so I'm going to ask that you stop recording. Okay. So can you put your phone down? We'll have a conversation about what you're.
No, our company need to see that we came here and see that we spoke with Tim. And your name is Alfredo? I don't like it.
Okay, can you call the police, please? Can you call the police? Because we're
you talking about, yeah.
Listen,
boy, get your lame ass back. Lame ass nigga. Talking about, yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I can. You see my skin color? I can use the N-word. What's going on with y'all? Y'all can call the police all y'all want, because by the time they get here, we going to be going. You don't even know what I do. Y'all look up OCDA, and y'all going to see that the police get called numerous of times. When they get here, they don't do nothing because they see like, oh, this is OCDA. So call the police all you want. We can't here to speak with Tim.
I understand.
And I don't know why you standing right here looking like the that one nigga from All American.
Sir, you can't be using that language in this facility.
Talking about, lady, this is a real company and these are real complaints. We talk how we want to talk around here.
Use the N-word like that
No, ain't nobody being disrespectful. I ain't say nothing to you, auntie. That's what y'all problem now. I came out here for the employees and see what's going on with these white men always thinking they run shit. That's what's going on. Y'all can't say I'm racist because my cameraman is Hispanic. That's what's gonna happen. Every time I try to come up here, y'all always want to get rid of somebody. And you, wait till the people see you on the internet, they're gonna be ashamed of you. Lame man.
You can't call me racist. My
cameraman is back.
Agent Ratliff never disappoints, man.
I will say I don't know where that was, but all those employees had the administrators back. All of them. Let's just be clear.
Yeah, but that will not stop OCDA.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I feel like this is the first time I bet you most of those complaints were just sour grapes. Because if I didn't like my boss, I'm not going to defend him when OCDA shows up. I'll just put my head down and walk away.
Probably just one disgruntled employee. Let's truly end this on we have to do 3. I found one. I think this will work. The connection one last time. Agent Ratliff at some construction site thing. Delivery warehouse.
How you doing, Bill?
I'm good. Got some complaints.
Jennifer not here, so it'll be quick. I just wanted to ask you, have you seen anybody in relationships or having sex on the job?
Well, I know that there's several people in relationships, but physical.
So wait, because you tried to refute that claim earlier. You said it wasn't really nobody in relationship, and here he goes and telling me that there's several people in relationships. Now, what about Jennifer? Did she pick you up from that liquor store? Did she hire you from over there in that liquor store?
Before you finish, one thing. Let me get one of your cards. And your superior. And who's your superior?
Yeah, Agent Bowens. Okay. Write his name down, Agent Bowens. Oh no, you get your own pen.
Okay. We get. I get.
Now, did she hire you from that liquor store over there? Cause why your sweater dirty? He said all you do is walk around.
The warehouse is dirty.
You got another number I can call?
No, that's not my number.
Yeah, I'm trying to call your corporate office myself.
Yeah, you can call him.
You got a number to them?
Yep, right here. Let me see.
Yeah, this number I'm calling.
No, that's not the number. I gave you the number, the area code 911, and the rest of the numbers I gave you. Area code 911. You say what?
That's absolutely not true.
So nobody ain't fucking.
That's absolutely not right.
You know what?
Hey, do me a favor. Let's end this. Come back. No, Monday. Come back Monday. Jennifer be here. What time is Jennifer be here?
She should be about 6 on Monday.
Is this the representative?
I love that guy.
He goes, area code 911. He goes, that's absolutely not correct.
He knows what he's doing now. Nicely trained for
this. That's pretty good.
All right. Great work for everybody. Ryan, Jose, awesome stuff. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself and each other. And we're back out with the brand new tweet cap on productive conversations this Tuesday. And it's a full week of shows. So you will have a tweet cap Tuesday, a sports tweet cap Wednesday, a Magic Minds related show Thursday, and another tweet cap on Friday. Then we're going to take the following week off. So let's end strong, and we will. All right. See you later, everybody.
See ya.